same, I mean, I remember, for example, watching Inconvenient Truths.
That's right.
And then listening to Al Gore talking about his frustration, trying to get the point across, even as vice president at that point, where nobody got it.
Yes.
You know, and all of a sudden, people get it, and then it almost becomes faddish.
Yes.
Do you feel sort of like that now?
In fact, I owe this program, I owe everything that I've done in the last couple of weeks to Al Gore. Because he, with his Inconvenient Truth, he was the one that brought this whole thing to the fore. You know, he made his documentary, which is something I'm going to come back to, because that's the main reason, one of the reasons why we are making this expedition. His documentary was so classy, was so wonderful, that even the ordinary man, the way he generated the interest of the even 7-year-old child, now knows that with the way the global warming and climate change situation is beginning to happen, that in fact he showed Manhattan, being how Manhattan can be swallowed in a couple of minutes if there is, for any reason, a 9-meter high wave coming, and that is possible. The same thing will happen to our Victoria Island here. You know, so you can see the whole Victoria Island disappearing in a couple of minutes, like you had in tsunami. Yeah. So he with his documentary managed to generate images, to generate people call it alarmist kind of arrangement, but that is what we need in this country. That is what we need in Africa.
Because for Africa, for example, I mean, I know even watching Inconvenient Truth, at the end of the day, you know, the feeling is like, okay, so what do we do now? What can we do to stop this? For Africa, as usual, our own unique part of that global problem is even more special and does not seem to get a lot. I love the fact that you are mentioning desertification, for example, because in all this talk about the environment, it doesn't get as much, you know, interest as, you know, global warming, for example. In fact, there's something else.
Melting of the ice cap.
Exactly. So with desertification, for example, which to a large extent will seem a peculiar African problem. How are we going to get the same reaction? And is that what you're seeking to do?
Exactly. That's we're going to do our documentary during the expedition to show how much, because you see, what people tend to misplace is the fact that there is a big difference between desert encroachment and desertification.
Right.
Desert encroachment concerns those that live on the fringes of the Sahara Desert. Desertification is the effect, the aftershock that the wind carries and can come as far as to Lagos. And that is what is causing degradation of the soil and reducing food production. That is what is causing migration, bringing all these destitutes out of the desert-prone areas. That is what is responsible for lack of water in some of these areas. That is also what is responsible for the health problems that we have on the fringes of the desert. So if you take all those things together and you are able to bring it to the fore and let the Africans know that this drought thing that we've been having all over, like in Niger, where, I mean, you see, we cannot go on waiting for humanitarian crisis to come and we receive aids when we can do something to stop these things from happening. So that is what we are hoping we can achieve with this third expedition, to do a comprehensive documentary, both in photojournal and in film. And of course, we are having writers that are going to be sending images and stories to media houses like yourselves.
All right.